Fellow stock traders, I hope all of you had a terrific day on the markets. Tomorrow we have CPI data, and so it will be so interesting to see if deflationary pressures continue on the overall market. So I'm expecting that to be very good for risk assets. If we see the CPI come down even further, this should really help out stocks in a big way. All right, well, in today's video, I'm going to cover the top 7. Obviously, continue talking about the top 7. There weren't a lot of changes to it, but I'm also going to talk about some other portfolio changes I have. I have some different ideas on some stocks, and so you will want to stay till the end to check it out. All right, well, let's get going. But before we do, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you have not done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group. I have a link in the description down below. If you are interested in that or the different moves that I made in my portfolio today, please check those out in the description down below. There are lots of great levels for you. There is some way that you can make money off of these different trades and some of these different things that are going on. I always trade based on a strategy. Well, let's get going. Hopefully you are having a good year so far. I am about to break even and get to the positive, which is kind of sad. I've not been having the usual year so far. I had a disastrous March and a really, really tough month as the whole market did not go with the indices moving up. So far this year, I am still down, but getting better, only down 1.84%, so almost a break even. This has been a very tough year for me. Had a lot of years of beating the S&P 500. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year. We shall see. So it should be interesting. Hopefully you are having a better time than me on the overall markets. But looking forward to what could possibly be a mark to where a date we will remember to when the market really accelerated higher. And the rest of the market was included in that, not just the big tech names. All right, let's start by talking about the SPX. And we have some fresh buy signals on the SPX. And so that's something to watch. Definitely the indicators are saying that this could be a bullish move right here. So I like that a lot. We shall see what happens. Right now, resistance on the SPX is 44.55 and support is 44.15 going into tomorrow. And so it'll be interesting to see how the market reacts to that inflationary data. And, oh, wow. Sorry, give me just one moment here. All right, the other thing to take a look at is going to be the VIX and see how it reacts. So far, it is very, very low at 14.84. 1850 is the average. And so definitely there is no volatility. People are feeling pretty safe about the overall market right now. At least market participants are more doing calls than puts. And so this is something that this measures. And interesting, definitely, that the market just really doesn't have any volatility currently. Even though it feels maybe like it should, it doesn't feel like that certain of times. But, you know, hey, here we go. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's start talking about the different moves made in my portfolio. And there was a member today that messaged me over, about the stock, ticker symbol EFSH. And this is 1847 Holdings, LLC. And anyway, they had insider activity reported tonight, and he was curious to see if I thought that this was a good thing. There's about $100,000 of insider activity, open market insider activity done in after hours this evening. And so something to kind of take a look at here. For me, it's not a buy yet. I want to see a buy signal before I get in. We have this huge gap right here, and we could see a fill this gap. But looking for buy signals too. This is a very risky stock in that it trades at 22 cents per share, and so it is extremely, extremely cheap. So it'll be interesting just to see that. I think that this could be a good purchase, but not yet. So we shall see. All right, well, let's go on to different sales. I decided to move out of my SQQQ position today, even though it was at a loss. Sold my SQQQ position for a 12.84% loss. This was the only stock or ETF that I exited today, and the reason for exiting is because of this sell signal here. And this was showing market volatility that combined with the SPX and buy signals. I decided it was time to cut my losses and move on. All right, let's talk about some of the other stocks that I bought. The first is part of my active ETF strategy, and this is Unity Software. This is part of my active ETF strategy, and got in after buy signals and had a very solid day, finishing up 9.66%. This was called out in my Discord early this morning. And anyway, it was a good stock for a lot of people that got in it. The other one was on buy signals as part of my DeMark ETF strategy, and that is SPXL. This is 3 times leverage of the SPX moving up. So if it moves up 1%, this one moves up 3%. So with the SPX being up today, by the end of the day, this finished up 1.98%. A lot of members got in much cheaper than that. And then this one, after significant insider activity, is ASAN Incorporated. So the software company had Dustin Moskovitz purchase more shares in open market. Now this has been happening over and over and over again, but I've been kind of ignoring it all the way through here. We had insider activity all the way through here. He was buying, but now we have buy signals with insider activity. So that made it a good decision for me to go ahead and take a position. And this did very well today, up 7.09%. I was able to get it in pre-market a little bit lower. Called this out to all of our members in our basic room because this was an insider pick. And so this one, pretty good. And we shall see where it goes. Lots of room to upside. If you are looking for a stock, this insider continues to be buying shares, and he is a billionaire. So I don't know if, he bought $3 million worth of shares, but $3 million to him is not a lot of money, but he's been continuously buying down in these lower price ranges. And I remember just a couple of years ago buying this stock after insider activity, the same exact person buying, but it was $80 a share. And so this has fallen a very long ways. This one is much too low in my opinion. So there's still some upside here. If you are wanting to take a position on this, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think that this one will continue to move up and that this is a good investment with the CEO purchasing shares until we see sell signals. Now I will cover in these videos when I exit this stock. So if you are curious to how I trade it, I've already bought into this, but this might be something that you look at, or maybe just fool around with just a little bit of money just to kind of see, if you like it, or if, testing me out, whatever you want to do. All right, let's go through the top 7 that did not have the greatest of days. The first was Crispr Therapeutics. This is number 7. Since calling this out, is down 6.31%. So this has not been a pretty stock for us. I bought here on buy signals as part of my active ETF strategy. I've had a lot of success with the stock in the past and have made some really nice money on this stock. So I expect this to continue. But so far, not so good. So they're not all winners, but we could get a good CPI report and this could really pop upwards. It is doing better than it was. There was a point where it was down 11.6%. So it is coming back at 6.3% down. Today it did absolutely nothing, finished down 0.07%, really nothing. Okay, so DRIP started off great, but this has not gone well. And the reason is because the market is going so bullish. And it had kind of a bullish thing. Now, tomorrow, if we get bad, one of the reasons why I'm holding on to this, if we get bad CPI data, I could see this stock doing much worse, or if there's more inflationary fears, this DRIP stock would do very well if we see inflationary pressures on oil and gas prices to the downside. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of just holding it. You know, being down in this 5.52% is not that fun since calling it out. It was up quite a bit as we were up here, but it has retreated quite a bit in the last couple days. So waiting for tomorrow to see. I may decide to exit this no matter what after CPI data, especially if we break resistance on the SPX. That would be a clue to me that, yeah, nothing's going bearish. Everything's going bullish, and that we would want to move out of that. Okay, so the next is TZA. This one also, this is number 5 of the top 7 since calling this out, is down 3.93%. Bought on these buy signals, and the market was looking at the time like it was right in here. And so you could see we did have that pullback, but now the market's getting bullish again. And so it was just a really quick pullback. And TZA has been doing rather, the IWM ETF is doing well. Well, this is a bearish ETF, so it goes down as that does well. And so today it did not have a good day, finished down 2.78%. Number 4, SDOW. So this one is bearish on the Dow. And so as the Dow moves up, this moves down. So far since calling this out, it's up 1.04%. Bought on these buy signals down here. It moved quite a bit up here and almost got to a sell signal, really close, and then that would have been a nice quick trade, but it is now retreated with the market, the Dow now starting to do better. This is starting to do worse. All right, this next one is number 3 is RPRX. This finished up 2.20% today. So far since calling this out, it is up 2.57%. This had significant insider activity right here. And so we had buy signals and insider activity. So took a position on this stock, have had it for a little while, been covering it for a while on this channel. We are not at the exit point yet. And so holding this, and there could be news. It was very bullish insider activity at the time when it happened. And so it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. So far, so good, you know, but not really fantastic. Usually the normal insider, we get a much larger pop than just 2%. So I'm hoping that we see more movement on this and continued momentum to the upside. All right, number 2 is VERV. This is part of my active ETF strategy. This is a popular stock. This is VERV Therapeutics, ticker symbol VERV. And today it was up a whopping 0.10%. Yahoo! But since calling this out, it is up 8.10%, so it's doing rather well. The average analyst target on this is $42.80, and so there's tons of upside available on this, over 100%. And so this one should be interesting. And MESO, the number 1 pick, had a very good day. So far since calling this out, it is up 10.71%. This is ticker symbol MESO. This is MESO Blast Limited. This is part of my PDUFA strategy, which I have done for years, and this strategy is rather amazing. So you either get amazing with this, so-so, or just a little bit bad, typically with this strategy. This one is not amazing yet, but it is shaping up rather well. We are not close to sell signals. We've had a nice move here since buy signals, since been covering the stock, up now 10%. And analysts have an average target price of $10.50, and they have an upcoming PDUFA date on August 2nd. So there is plenty of time to play it and for it to move out. I'm going to give you one other stock. Since I've had no changes in the top 7 here lately, I'm going to give you one other stock that I'm going to look to take a position very early tomorrow. I'm hoping to get a decent price on it, but I'm going to share it. The ticker symbol is TSLA. This is Tesla Incorporated. And this is part of the active ETF strategy. And we have a very fresh buy signal here. I have been waiting for a buy signal on Tesla forever. And this is a stock that I like to trade. And now that we have this buy signal, I'm looking for a move upwards. I will be purchasing shares in this in my own personal portfolio. I feel rather confident that this is going to move up. Now that we've had a buy signal, I've had a lot of success trading this stock. You can feel pretty good about getting into this. Anyway, it's a little extra one I thought I would call out. I haven't entered it yet. I will enter it tomorrow morning. I wish you all the best on the stock market. If there is a stock that you want me to cover, mention and take a look at the indicators and see where we're at on that particular stock, please call it out in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. I so appreciate all of your support. And Raytoven out.